Dzień dobry, my friends. That is Polish for dobry dzień. So, today we are going to play Seduce Me, the Otome. Or the Otome, that's probably how it's correctly pronounced. This is another visual novel made by Seraphim Entertainment. I suppose, at least it's in the upper right corner. Yeah, it's a visual novel, and if you have a little bit of knowledge about visual novels and dating sims in general, you may know that an Otome game is a game with a female protagonist. So, if your ovaries can't handle that, you know, I'm just saying, my ovaries definitely can handle that though, so let's jump right in. I said, but controller does not want to. Okay, I can only choose with the mouse, I guess. Okay, well then, new game. This is a fictional interactive narrative. Any character resemblance to real-life people are purely coincidental. Also, please know that the following game is made for PG-16 audiences. So if you're 15, go the fuck away. You heard me. Please know that sexual violent themes are explored in this game. Trigger warnings, abuse, implied rape, and suicide. You have been warned. You have been indeed. Please enjoy.
Why, hello. My, aren't you a gorgeous sight? Can I be honored enough to know your name?
I don't know, you sound kinda creepy. Also, I don't know if you're loud enough for the recording, let me check. Okie dokie, I turned up the volume a bit. So, hello, aren't you Sai? Can I be honored enough to know your name? No, you're not. What is your name? Mika. No, my name not Mika. My name is Estefania de la... Okay, Estefania. Because, screw you, I don't even know.
A lovely name for a lovely person like you. Wonderful.
I know. It's 2 sentences now. 2 sentences. And I already don't trust you.
Eric, do your job.
Very well. This game was produced by Seraphim Entertainment under the direction of Michaela Laws and is powered by Ren'Py Visual Novel Engine. We truly hope you'll enjoy this story. I know I'll enjoy it, since you'll be in it.
Okay.
Eric.
Fine, fine. Farewell, my sweet.
Bye. Somewhere.
Come on! Is that all you got?
Wanna try me, asshole?
Oh. And the fight came to a sudden halt.
Crap! Missed.
Or maybe not.
Let's retreat for now.
No kidding. Let's get out of here.
That's right. You better run, you stupid punks! Stay out of our territory!
So, are we like in a mafia war? Call it fate or call it coincidence. That one moment of violence started a chain of events I will never forget.
This formula, created in the 70s, is one of the most important in the field of financial theory. It is used to calculate the price of European-style options and is widely used by option marketers, though there are some discrepancies that are now corrected with the modern viewpoint.
Okay, somehow my brain is already overloading. Too many infos. First there's a guy trying to seduce me, then there is another guy trying to seduce me, then there are shots, and now I'm taught about European, I don't know, markets. What? Oh, that is probably me. Hi, me. Estefania. Was it? Yeah, it was Estefania. Okay. Rain. It's been a long time since we've gotten rain around here. But it is the season for rainy weather, so it's not exactly that surprising. You know, I have way too much fun voicing women. You know, I don't even know why, it's just so entertaining. It's so different from my normal voice. I mean, I don't have like a deep voice. More like an average, I guess. But, you know, doing this, or I don't know. It's kinda entertaining. Personally, I love the sound of it. The way the raindrops fell, like the soft tapping of fingers. It was so soothing. Even looking at the droplets hit the glass of the window was strangely calming. For this reason I felt lucky for having a seat next to the window, though I did spend more time staring outside than I did paying attention in class. The lectures in class were pretty boring. Mrs. Phillips' voice wasn't soporific, whatever that means, but I just wasn't interested in what she was saying. Yeah, I see why. That is pretty boring stuff. And since it was the period right before lunch, all I could think about was doing other things in my free time. Honestly, I didn't really care much for economics. Sure, I had good grades in this class, but it was only because I read the textbook and did my assignments as I had to. I did do that differently in economy class. Actually, in Germany, well, there are economy classes in Germany, but in our school, politics, economy and social studies were one big subject. And I always did my best in social studies and politics, so I could lean a little bit back in economics. Yeah, that's how I did that. I was only taking this class because it was mandatory. If it were up to me, I would probably have taken another course. Luckily, it was my senior year, so after this semester, it would mean the end of high school courses forever. I read school and I think of courses. It's obvious. Thank God for that. I didn't hate high school. It was just kind of mundane how the days drifted on, as if there were no end to it. Believe me, university's worse. The only thing I really enjoyed about going to school was meeting my friends and hanging out with them, but that was kind of it. In short, I was done with high school. The start of the second semester brought a note of finality to it. I had already applied to many universities the semester prior, and I was expecting replies sometime in the next few months. It seemed like the start of something new, something that would change. That is, if things could change. I stared at the faint outline of raindrops in the distance. For now, I was stuck in class.
Miss Anderson.
Yeah, that is... I actually already knew about this game before I got a recommendation for it by a subscriber. And this is the reason why I didn't play it. The art looks really, really strange. But hey, if the story is good, you know I'm a sucker for a good story. Mrs. Phillips' raised voice interrupted my train of thought. Just when was I thinking about class? I quickly turned my head to face the teacher. Hopefully she didn't pick me just because she noticed that I was spacing out. Yes, ma'am? Oh, look how the way Estefania's written, it's really fancy. Cool. I guess it fits the name.
Would you care to name the equation I set up on the blackboard?
Oh, I think I read about that in the textbook last night. It should be the Black-Scholes model formula.
Very good as always, Miss Anderson.
Anderson. It followed me wherever I went. Yeah, it's strange, Estefania Anderson. Oh well, maybe her father was, I don't know, Swedish, and her mother was Spanish, who knows? Most people didn't really know me by my first name, but rather by my surname. No doubt since the surname was the trademark of the internationally famous and philanthropic Anderson family toys. Yeah, because there's only, one Anderson family in the world. And because the founder was my own grandfather. Souza, one of my best friends, turned her out and proudly gave me a punch to the shoulder.
Kick-ass girl.
From beside me I heard Naomi, another one of my best friends, clearing her throat in obvious disapproval of Souza's choice of words.
She means good job.
Miss Capini.
Oi!
Care to tell me who the creators of this formula were?
Some guys named Black and Scholes.
That is probably a reference I don't get.
Fisher Black and Myron Scholes.
Oh yeah, you're the friend we need. For real, when your friend doesn't know something in class, you either whisper to him the correct answer, but in a way the teacher doesn't realize, or you shut up. But this is not okay. I already like Souza better than Naomi. Naomi has already, fucked up.
Very good, Miss Patterson.
Patterson. Wow, we're really in Sweden, aren't we?
Show off.
Yeah, true that.
Better study next time, Suzu. Be like us and study once in a while.
Oh. 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 I hate you. Souza rolled her eyes and slouched into her chair as Naomi gave her a small smirk. She always pouted when Naomi showed her up.
That's the end of today's lecture. Now, let's separate into groups and work on your projects. Remember, everything is due on Monday. Go ahead now.
I gotta say the boys were much louder than the women here. Or am I just imagining that? Like, I really turned up the volume of the voice actors quite a bit, and it didn't help now with the girls, I guess. Before I knew it, Souza and Naomi had scooted their desks to align with mine, and we turned into the three musketeers. Whenever the teacher let the students decide on groups, we always grouped together in our little trio. It was a sheer stroke of luck that we all managed to be in the same class, so we had to at least take the opportunity and stick together as much as we could. Besides, we were most comfortable around each other than, say, compared to being around any other classmates. It just made sense for us to put our heads together for any kind of project. I took out the poster we were working on and rolled it open onto the three desks. We were pretty much finished with fulfilling most of the guidelines for the project, though we did still have to add a few finishing touches here and there. After working on making the poster a bit prettier, we sat back and inspected our work to see what we still had to do. Naomi, as usual, was the first to look for any issues. She lightly tapped the pencil against her chin, staring intently at the project.
Alright, so let's see. We finished the budgeting section, the building leasing, and the cost for labor. What else do we need?
Souza straightened up to look at the poster and stroked her chin. After a few seconds, her face brightened and she spoke up.
How about a company name?
Yeah, that is actually a good idea.
Huh? Did we really skip over that? Of course we did. You always go straight into the logical statistics and stuff that you completely skip over the fact. We need a name for our project.
Yeah, give it to her. Now beat her ass.
At least we caught it this time. What do we name it? Not sure. What do you think?
Estefania. It always came down to me. Whenever there was something to be named or titled, I was the master and ending decision, even when I didn't want to be.
I like Trinity Corporations. That is way too predictable. How about the Dragon Company?
How about neither nor? That sounds both stupid.
What do dragons have to do with our project? What? It's a totally unpredictable name. It's hot. But our company sells bubblegum.
Well, bubblegum, dragons, children like dragons, I guess that makes sense.
Who said we can't produce spicy bubblegum?
Okay, on the other hand, that sounds stupid.
What do you think?
Estefania.
Yeah. What do you think?
Estefania. Both of them looked at me expectantly, even though I wasn't quite sure myself. I didn't really want to choose sides, but if it were up to me, I would say Trinity Corporation sounds just fine. Well, first of all, I don't know if it's really a corporation. That is like betrayal or something. I'll go into jail. So... Wait a minute, let me first save. Let's see if saving works this time. Yeah, this time it works. Maybe the game just hates me. Yeah, what do I like? Dragon Company or Trinity Corporation? Oh, well. I just remembered that I hate Naomi, so I like Dragon Company. It's obvious, isn't it?
Booyah! Dragon Company it is!
Yeah, girl!
Alright, now that we've decided on a name, now what?
As we ended our name game, a giggle scrambled my thoughts. Oh, a giggle by another person. I thought you giggled yourself. Huh? Who was that?
Ignore it, it's just Lisette.
Wow, we have really a variety of ethnicities, don't we? Like Suzu, that sounds like a Japanese name, I don't know. Maybe it's just a nickname for Suzy, I don't know. Naomi, Estefania, Lisette, that sounds like something French, I don't know. I looked over my shoulder to see her laughing with her circle of friends, mostly comprised of popular people that were practically friends with everyone in the school. And as a result, everyone in the school knew them. In the center of it all was Lisette White. She sat with a posture that indicated she was still working, but that she also was ready to casually chat about her day. She had an endearing balance of charismatic and awkward, which was readily apparent when she first talked to someone. It was easy to make her smile and laugh, and she was quite the comedian as well. Basically, she was perfect. Okay, if you say so. Not that she was like a robot or something, but she was the student that everyone else wanted to be. Lisette was bright, easygoing, and above all, had her future laid out right in front of her. Well, I guess you have as well if you're like the heir of what was it again? A toy company? Unlike the average student, she knew what she wanted to do after high school, and, as a result, she was confident and ambitious, though sometimes it could rub a lot of people the wrong way. Moreover, I had known her ever since I was young, but it had ultimately resulted in a rivalry that continued today. Of course, my friends knew what was between us, and upon seeing me glance at her, they shifted their attention to her.
She doesn't even look like she's working, in my opinion. She probably is, but she's too much of a stuck-up priss to allow herself to look like she's actually doing work.
Oh, come on, Suzu. She may be a little off-putting, but she's not the giant priss that you're making her seem to be.
The day she isn't a priss is the day I turn into you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Never mind. It's about time. Let's bail.
And there she goes. Unsurprisingly, Suzu was the third out of the classroom, slinging her backpack over her shoulder with ease, as she quickly strolled out the door.
Her seat isn't even closest to the exit, and she always manages to be the first one out of the door. I don't think I'll ever understand that.
Me neither. I'm always the last to leave the room. Just because I hated pushing around at the door, you know. It's not like a few seconds matter. Except when you need to get the bus. Then, of course, it's a whole different story. But, you know, in my school days I never needed to get the bus because my bus was like there every 15 minutes. So, you know. Me and you both, Naomi. I wish I was as fast as her getting out of here. Yeah, I mean I hate you, Naomi, but I really hate running to the door as well. So me and you both... Oh, but of course I save. How could I forget? Me and you both, Naomi. She gave me a smile, as if relieved by the fact that I felt the same way as she did.
See? Why can't she just be normal like the two of us?
Hey. I didn't say that. It's Suzu, Naomi. Think about it.
Very
true. Yeah, we're laughing about our friend. Yeah, we're some kind of backstabbing bitches, aren't we?
Man, you guys are slow. Are you coming or what?
We heard you the first time. Not everyone has rocket boosters attached to their legs when the bell rings.
Are you kidding me? That class was ridiculously boring. Even Miss Valedictorian here was dozing off a bit.
Valedictorian, what a name. I do have to admit I was spacing out. And just because I answered one question doesn't mean I'm automatically the valedictorian. Oh, so that is a noun. Is it like something like the best in class or something like that, I guess?
Okay, so it wasn't too interesting. But you should at least pay attention when Phillips is talking about the important parts.
So you finally admit it. We're finally on the same wavelength. Welcome to the club, Patterson.
Oh yeah, right. Naomi's name was Patterson, right? And what is Suzu's name?
Please, don't call me by my last name. This isn't the classroom. And never in a million years will we ever see things eye to eye.
Yeah, basically because you're taller. I'm in a strange mood today. Like, this is the 5th bad joke I made, and just in these 20 minutes I'm playing this game. What is wrong with me today? Despite this, they both burst out in laughter. Normally, anyone would think that opposites like them wouldn't ever associate with each other. But even though they were so different, their friendship somehow made a lot of sense. True that. It's actually a rather normal thing, I guess. Maybe they were just perfect complements, or personality just didn't dictate the possibility of their friendship. After all, we three had been best friends since preschool.
Alright, so where are we heading to first? Cafeteria? I think we can all agree that we're really hungry, especially after hearing about our company's line of deliciously spicy bubblegum.
Who would even buy that? I wonder.
Dragons?
Me? I would pay good money to get a taste of it.
That was the most awkward laugh I ever did. You do like spicy food after all. We entered the cafeteria, a bustling room filled with the aromas of different kinds of food. As we got in line, we ordered our meals and chatted freely.
Cajun fries and the spicy chicken burger for me. That's my definition of a good meal.
I'll take a tuna sandwich and some juice. You're probably going to need water or something to curb all that spicy flavor, Suzu.
Water doesn't really help with spicy food, though.
I can't be tamed by the likes of that. If it's spicy, then it's gotta be all or nothing.
You're crazy!
Hell yeah, I'm crazy.
I think I'm getting a migraine.
I think I'll go with what Naomi's having too. A Naomi. I have to learn that it's an English Naomi. Or at least an American English. Just mac and cheese and a soda. Cajun fries and spicy chicken burger too. How about we go with the middle? Like, I don't know what's Naomi having, first of all. And second of all, I'm not like a spicy eater. So, we go with the middle. That sounds good. Once we get our food, we set it down at one of the empty tables, putting our backpacks aside to finally dig into the food. Souza leaned back in the... Oh, English. Souza leaned back in her chair, tilting it back so that she could rest her feet on the table by her food. No, that is not okay. That is not okay. Other people eat on that. I mean, it's not like I'm a clean fanatic, but still, that's not okay.
Alright then. Is there anything we want to talk about?
Bored already?
I know. Let's talk about...
Say boys, and I will never speak to you ever again.
Aw, why not?
What's so interesting about talking about guys? It's not like any of us are gonna get boyfriends anytime soon.
Hey, why is that?
We don't know that. What if one of us does get a boyfriend?
Like that's going to happen, Naomi. Look at us. I'm a tiny Italian. You're a ditzy blonde.
Like, your hair isn't that much different from hers. And I wouldn't say you're typically like Italian hair. At least not from the color. And that is not really that blonde, but no. Who am I judging here?
Hey! No offense. And Anderson here. Well, I guess she could land a boyfriend or girlfriend if she wants.
Oh, we have options to girlfriends here. Okay, I better shut up or say things that are not appropriate.
Or girlfriend?
And what do you have? We're living in 2015. I mean, same-sex relationships are not really something you should be, like... Oh, that exists too, you know.
She can be a lesbian if she wants.
True.
That's okay, Suzu. I'm not sure I want a boyfriend yet.
Why not? It's our senior year. Might as well get a boyfriend.
Well, actually, the senior year is probably the least good year to do that, because, you know, when the year is over, you probably have to go different ways. And then often that means an end of a relationship.
Maybe she's just not interested in a relationship, Suzu.
Well, it really wasn't about wanting a relationship, but more of there was no one interesting enough to be in a relationship with. Oh, so you're too good for everybody. Ah. Don't get me wrong, I'm an open person, but there were not many interesting guys in the school to go out with. Who knows? Time will tell. Naomi looked at me, wanting to continue the conversation. However, before she could speak, the speakers in the cafe started up, and an announcement echoed... started up? Ah, okay, I see. And an announcement echoed through the cafeteria.
Miss Anderson, please come to the main office immediately. Please bring your things with you.
Ah, that doesn't sound too good.
Oh my.
Looks like our plans have been cut short. The men in white coats have finally come to get you.
But bring your things with you. That sounds like I'll be thrown out of school or something.
Suzu, don't joke around. What if it's serious?
Yeah, what if it is serious?
Fine. If something happens, just call us.
Okie dokie. And since something serious will happen now, I think this is the perfect opportunity for a cliffhanger. So I'm pretty surprised actually. Like, I was warned that the voice acting might not be that good, but to be honest, I kind of like it. So far I have nothing to complain about voice acting wise. The one thing I wonder about though is why the boys are so much louder than the girls. Like, that is a bit strange. I hope you could hear them well. I'll check the video, and if you couldn't, I'll try to do something about it. But if I can't, you know, what can you do? I hope that's still okay, though. So, I gotta say, it seems interesting enough. It's a dating game, so the dating part will probably come in pretty soon. And I don't want to lie to you, I already read a bit about the premise of the game on Steam. But I don't want to spoiler you, so I won't talk about it. But it seems interesting enough to continue it, doesn't it? So, thank you everybody for watching. Come back for the next part, and I'll see you then. Bye bye.